Hello, everybody. I'm John.
And I'm Claire.
And today we're talking over an article called Multicultural Families. Yes. Doesn't that sound so sweet? Sounds so, loving. Multicultural families. Well, the article kind of gives away exactly what this article is about. It's right there on the label. So let's go into a couple questions and start to deep dive in. As a guess, hopefully you didn't research this. How many multicultural families do you think are in Korea right now?
Well, at a guess, I'd probably go for over 1 million.
Over 1 million? What, individual people?
No, families.
Yeah.
Over 1 million multicultural families. Because I think when I read the amount of foreigners that are living here, that one I did research for an earlier article. So, you know, if you think maybe 50% of them are married to a Korean person or have joined a Korean family. So maybe.
How many foreigners are there?
I think there's...
I guess 2 million, huh?
2 to 3 million by this point, yes.
Oh.
And now I'm thinking about it. Was that in Korea or was that just Seoul? Although obviously most of them will be concentrated in Seoul, but...
There's got to be some in Busan and like...
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. It could have just been Seoul. I guess that'll be another article, I suppose. Yeah. Did you have a lot of friends who were from multicultural backgrounds when you were kind of younger?
When I was growing up, the majority of kids I knew of different cultures, actually usually both parents were of a different culture. So like both would be of Nigerian descent, both would be of Indian descent or Pakistani descent. Actually, the multiculturals were more of my generation. So my generation of British kids were more likely to marry interculturally. But then, is it really interculturally if their parents are from abroad, but they were born in England and raised in England and raised in a British school? It's very complicated.
Maybe multiracial.
Multiracial, but is that multicultural?
Yeah.
They do have another culture that they've got access to through the parents, but they share British culture. Anyway, it's complicated because we've had multiculturalism for such a long time in the UK. So it's hard to tell.
Yeah, exactly. When does it begin? When does it end? Yeah.
What do we count as multicultural?
And why we shouldn't use it as multiracial, as a synonym of multiracial either. Or should we? Maybe we should. I don't know. What a good point. I didn't even think about that.
Yes.
Because if you share one language, you wouldn't call yourself a bilingual family. If like both people speak English. Even if that English was learned in the UK and my English was learned in not Korea,
but yes,
US.
Some of those kids are multilingual because they've learned English from school and society, but they've learned another language from their parents or grandparents.
Well, that's a great question, but too deep for the first preview section. Let's go ahead and jump into that full article and read it if you can. If not, because of time constraints, you can go into the summary, or maybe you're just feeling extra lazy today. Completely fine. And we'll see you in the next section.
Multicultural families. The Korean government is increasing funding for a mentorship program to help students from multicultural and North Korean families. Mentors help the students adjust to South Korea's language, culture, and education system. However, South Korea can still be a hard place for multicultural families. For example, insensitive behavior by teachers can cause multicultural students to become targets for discrimination by their peers. Still, there is an awareness of the problem, and efforts are being made to improve things.